What's up, guys and girls? Welcome to another video. This might not be a very long video like I usually put out, but PlayStation put out some character bios over on their website, and we have a bunch of characters here. But for this video, we're only going to focus on 4 because I do feel like they have the most interesting pieces of information. But if you want to check all of them out yourself without my commentary, there will be a link in the description to this page on their website, so you can check out all the bios. But I just want to check out 4 because these are the most interesting. Everyone else's is kind of what we already knew. So the 4 we're going to be checking out in this video is Boda, Tyr, Kratos, and Atreus, because I do think that there's something really worth talking about. So let's look at the description of Boda first. It says Boda is one of the last remaining giants. Since the fall of Jotunheim, she has hidden herself for many years, waiting to fulfill the Jotnar prophecies. So we've talked about this in another video, how the background that she's standing in right now is most likely Jotunheim. The water or the liquid that you see in the background of the picture shown, it is actually blood from the giant Ymir that once flooded the realm. I made a whole video about that, you can check it out. But what I find interesting is that it says that she's waiting to fulfill the Jotnar prophecies, which makes sense considering what she said to Kratos and Atreus during the trailer, the reveal trailer. I forgot her exact words, but I think she said that you'll find out eventually. So she knows a lot that she's not telling us. She knows how things are supposed to play out, being the last giant in Jotunheim. Another thing I find interesting is that it specifically says since the fall of Jotunheim. This leads me to believe that we're gonna see the fall of Jotunheim, why the giants are all dead at the end of the game, right? Because we know Thor went on a rampage in Midgard, killing all the giants, and then they fled to Jotunheim, and now there was something called the fall of Jotunheim. So very interesting. I really can't wait to see what that is. But let's go over to Tyr. It says, Tyr is the long-lost Aesir god of war. We all knew that he was going to return. I made like 2 videos about it as well, which is really cool. It said, once a world traveler and beloved ally of the giants, Tyr sought peace between the Aesir and the Jotnar. When Odin broke the peace and declared war on Jotunheim, Tyr was imprisoned. I wanted to show this because we kind of get a timeline of these things. So when Odin broke the peace, so when Tyr and Odin went to Jotunheim together to talk to the giants, Odin, he kind of like said screw this and went to go look for information, which the giants didn't like. They banned Odin from ever entering the realm. Odin declared war, and then that's when Tyr was taken prisoner. And the way it makes it seem like it was almost immediately that Tyr was taken a prisoner and imprisoned, and time went by and the whole world thought he was dead. Really cool stuff. Again, I'm really interested in how Tyr and Kratos is going to interact with one another. But let's go ahead and look at Atreus, because I do also think that this is really interesting. So we kind of have a lot here. Atreus is the teenage demigod, son of Kratos and the giantess Lufe. He is known to the giants and Aesir as Loki. So, again, I'll hold off. It says, as Ragnarok approaches, Atreus is desperate to explore and better understand his identity and find his place in the world. He has trained hard with his father, and while their relationship remains strong, Atreus is eager to begin forging a path of his own. What I love about this, and it's these little details, is why I always read these things. It says, he is known to the giants and the Aesir as Loki. So the Aesir know the name Loki. It's not just the giants that call him that, you know, because Faye. The Aesir also know Atreus as Loki, or they know the name Loki. This reminds me of one of the shrines, like on Tyr's Bridge. You go through the doors and you take a left and you see the shrine of the snake, you know, of Boda, who we think caring for the serpent, and the text there can be translated, and one of the words is Loki. So I find this so interesting. This is definitely going to help out with some of the theories. So who exactly are the Aesir that know the name Loki? We could assume Odin does. I just put out a video saying Odin and Loki might work together because in the myth they had a blood pact. Very interesting. Atreus being eager to forge his own path, again, is also very interesting. We know that he wants to know who Loki is, that he doesn't want to be in the forest, and he wants to save the Nine Realms from Ragnarok. Eager to forge his own path. Really interesting stuff. Last but not least, let's look at Kratos' bio. This doesn't really show anything new, but I just love reading anything about Kratos. It says, the Spartan god of war has made a new life in Midgard. Fatherhood has given Kratos renewed purpose. With Ragnarok on the horizon, the stakes have never been higher. Kratos must choose between protecting his son and the life they've built together, and defending the Nine Realms from cataclysmic war. So, again, this doesn't really share anything new, but I do love the fact that, you know, we've seen this in the trailer as well. Kratos is trying very desperately to keep Atreus safe and doesn't even want to be doing all this, but is doing it just to keep him safe. I find this interesting, defending the Nine Realms, though. Damn, yeah, I really do think that some crazy stuff is going to happen, and Kratos is going to end up killing a lot of gods, all right, defending the Nine Realms. But the way they make this seem is that if he decides to defend the Nine Realms, then that's putting Atreus more at risk. There was a scene in the most recent trailer where as Kratos was getting beat up by Valkyries and climbing upwards, the Valkyries were like punching Atreus in the stomach. So we're going to see some crazy violence in this game when it comes to protecting Atreus from certain characters. But that's pretty much all I have to say about these descriptions. Again, if you want to look at the other descriptions, you can definitely check out the link in the description, or you can just go to PlayStation's website. It's really up to you. But these are the most interesting ones. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.